Hi, welcome to Reacts with Jax. I'm Jax, and today I'm reacting to Thor Ragnarok. I'm so excited to see this. I haven't seen this movie, but y'all have been anticipating my reaction to this for quite some time, and I know nothing about it other than it's a Thor movie, but I am assuming that it's going to be pretty epic. I am also under the impression that Dr. Stephen Strange might be in this. We haven't seen Thor for a while. He wasn't in Captain America Civil War. However, we did see him in the post-credit scene for Doctor Strange, where he was meeting up with Doctor Strange and basically saying, Odin is missing, and Loki and I are on Earth until we can find Odin. So I hope that this movie picks up right where that post-credit scene left off, but I'm not sure. So I cannot wait to watch this. We are so close to watching Avengers Infinity War. I am so excited to get to the next Avenger movie, but we still have a few Marvel movies to go. Make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss any of those uploads. I come out with a Marvel reaction every other week, and I've got some really fun content for y'all. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a like because it really supports my channel. Let's get started.
Oh no, Thor's in a cage. How did this happen?
Long story. Basically, I'm a bit of a hero.
He's humble.
Where I met you.
Okay.
How much longer do you think we'll be here?
I'm assuming a really long time. Okay, I was very wrong.
Son of Odin.
Sasa.
I cannot die, not until I fulfill my destiny and lay waste to your home.
That's your destiny?
Ragnarok, the fall of Asgard.
Hang on. I'll be back around shortly. Yeah. Okay.
There you go. You have like 30 seconds to speak until that whole thing happens again.
Over the mountains and bury my sword deep in Asgard.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I swear, I'm not even moving. It's just doing this on its own.
You could just let him go.
Going to put your crown into the eternal flame, and then you'll suddenly grow as big as a house?
A mountain.
There's such a difference.
Odin is not on Asgard. And your absence has left the throne defenseless.
All I have to do to stop Ragnarok is rip that thing off your head.
But Ragnarok has already begun. You cannot stop it.
I still think you should rip it off his head. I mean, not that I'm trying to encourage violence, but that seems appropriate given the circumstances.
Doom, and so are you. All will suffer. All will burn.
Oh, that's intense.
Yeah.
Knock that tiara off your head and stash it away in Asgard's vault.
You cannot stop Ragnarok.
The tiara. That's funny.
I'm sorry, I didn't time that right.
Oh, good, it's coming. I was so worried. Oh, he could have gotten out of there the whole time. He just felt like spinning.
Everything seems to work out.
Oh, this song's good. This kind of reminds me of the first Thor when he goes to the Frost Giant's realm and he's fighting everybody and he's kind of joyful about it. Okay, that fiery giant visually is terrifying. Oh, you took his face off.
It's been a while, but I could really use a fast exit. I do.
Yep.
Behold, my stuff.
Oh, you have a little moped.
Place on Midgard called Texas. I even named them Des and Troy. They destroy.
They destroy. Oh, I didn't get that.
I know. Come on.
Why? Where's Heimdall? Why is that new guy not realizing Thor needs his assistance? What the hell is going on? Okay, so the guy said, gee whiz, that's big. That's a little bigger than the guy you just Hannibal Lectered and took his face off. I love when he just puts the hammer on people. A shake weight. Oh, it's a shake weight. If you have a shake weight, let me know in the comments. I know at least one of you has one. Oh my gosh, this is like a very deadly version of the Neverending Forest. I mean, the Neverending Story. If you've seen the Neverending Story, you know that beautiful white dragon? It was like the complete opposite of that.
Odin charged Heimdall with negligence of duty, but he disappeared before the trial.
Hold on. I'm supposed to announce your arrival.
Okay, so I was gonna say, that creepy guy that Thor decapitated said Odin isn't on Asgard anymore. So if I'm to believe, this is actually before the Doctor Strange post-credit scene, because he doesn't know that that's Loki.
What the hell is that?
That should have been a clue. Erecting his statue.
Sorry, I tried to rule Earth.
They'd be lucky to have you.
I'm sorry about that.
No, we would not. He killed 80 people in 3 days. Is that Matt Damon?
Sorry about that time I turned you into a frog.
It was a wonderful joke.
It was indeed hilarious.
I will tell Father what you did here today.
Didn't do it for him.
I didn't do it for him.
Oh. The death sigh.
And so Loki died of his wounds, giving his life for ours. A little blue baby icicle that melted this old fool's heart.
That was a production that I would pay money to see.
Father?
Beautiful.
Bullshit.
Ah!
Greetings, my boy.
Greetings, Thor.
The 9 realms completely in chaos, all while you are sitting here in your bathrobe eating grapes.
Grapes are delicious.
Besides, I've been rather busy myself.
Watching theater.
Well, board meetings and Security Council meetings.
Sir Anthony Hopkins is doing so well right now.
You'll be executed for this.
And I'll see you on the other side, brother.
All right, I yield.
Where's father? Did you kill him?
You had what you wanted. You had the independence you asked for. Ooh, wow. Okay. I know exactly where he is.
Where? Did you put him somewhere? This is terrible. Shady Acres home.
Right here.
Oh my god.
I mourned you. I cried for you. I'm honored.
Hi, would you mind taking a picture with us?
Yes, we are going through a very frustrating time right now.
Sorry to hear that Jane dumped you.
Oh,
I dumped her. It's a mutual dumping.
what?
What's this? What are you doing?
That's Doctor Strange. I love that he has an umbrella like Mary Poppins, because that's a reference. Well, not his umbrella, but my reference to Mary Poppins is a reference to Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Lammy, you gotta see it.
You can put down the umbrella.
Oh, that's his hammer. A little slow today.
So Earth has wizards now.
I would love it if Earth had wizards. It's okay. They broke a lot of this stuff in the last movie, so I don't think it matters.
My name is Dr. Stephen Strange, and I have some questions for you. Take a seat.
Oh, he got more powerful since the last time we saw him.
Tea?
Oh, yes, we've seen this before.
I don't drink tea.
I do.
Requires any Asgardian modifications? Nope. Oh, we don't need that.
You are ruining that beautiful library, Thor.
Doing that?
I need just one strand of your hair.
Let me explain.
Is this Polyjuice potion or something?
Oh, don't forget your umbrella.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
That looked like it hurt.
Good luck.
Handle me.
Who are you? Loki.
Second rate.
All right.
I didn't check to see if he was wearing the Eye of Agamotto.
Your mother, she calls me.
Loki left your magic.
Took me quite a while to break free from your spell. Frigga would have been proud.
This is terrible.
I cannot keep her away any longer.
Oh, who are you talking about?
Goddess of death, her firstborn, your sister.
Did they know they had a sister? No, apparently not.
Look at that.
Don't do that thing where you look and then he's gone.
Remember this, please.
Oh, okay. I fell for that and something else. Okay, I think that was, first of all, beautiful. I feel like we've had enough time with Odin where I accept that he was at the end of his life. It's time for him to be with his wife. I have a feeling this is going to send Thor into an even bigger meltdown, but I have no idea how it's going to impact Loki. He had such a precarious relationship with Odin.
This was your doing.
So he's in the anger stage of grief. I'm loving the production value of this movie so far. I mean, the music when Odin was speaking was so beautiful. Kate Blanchett?
So he's gone. It's a shame. I would have liked to have seen that.
Oh.
Neil.
Beg your pardon.
Neil.
No. Thank you, though. Oh, because she's the firstborn. So she would... Oh, no. Oh, she's powerful. No. Oh, Lammy.
You have no idea what's possible.
What? No. This... Is that a trick? She's magical, right? No, she's not. Yeah, she's magical. So... Was that a trick? Oh no, you're taking her back to Asgard with you. This movie is starting to change everything I know about the MCU. Was Mjolnir really just destroyed? So far, Captain America no longer has his shield, and Mjolnir is now destroyed on Earth? How did she do that?
Who are you? What have you done with Thor?
You're killing the warriors.
Just a janitor.
You look like a smart boy with good survival instincts.
She is doing so well in this role. My gosh. I don't think I've ever seen her play a villain before. Did we just... Okay. So much is happening and I can't even fully process it. Did we just lose those warriors? Loki just went one way. Thor went another way. Okay. Is this a junkyard for the Bifrost? This movie is wild. I can't wrap my head around it. So much is happening. Also, they have a sister. I mean, I'm not very familiar with their family tree, so to me, that sounds more plausible than Mjolnir being destroyed. And he can't even get out of there. He can't use his hammer to fly, and Heimdall isn't there to help open the Rainbow Bridge, the Bifrost. So where is he? This looks like some kind of a tear between the different realms where things just collect. Or junk collects. Oh, wow. Okay, I know that under those masks, they're not scary, but those masks are horrifying.
Are you a fighter? Or are you food?
Not food.
It is food! On your knees.
Okay, we get to see. Oh my gosh. Okay, you can't eat Thor.
He's mine.
To eat? Or for a different purpose? Okay, well, we don't have to worry about her too much. Okay, so she is not opposed to killing people. How did she not hit Thor? Oh my gosh, how did she not hit Thor? Oh, she's powerful. How?
Thank you.
She's strong. So she has to be something special. She knows who he is. Okay, my guess at this point is that she's some Asgardian who, like, left Asgard.
I am Hela, Odin's firstborn, the rightful heir to the throne and the goddess of death.
Oh.
We were once the seat of
The only one left alive. Oh no, the girl's alive too.
Kneel before me and rise into the ranks of my great conquest.
They're already kneeling though.
Whoever I am, did you listen to a word I said?
This is your last warning.
Oh, I thought they were kneeling. Oh, they got into battle stance. No, they're... Okay, I don't know what they're doing. Their shields are blocking a good portion of their body. They were kneeling. It seems a little bit... It's a little bit confusing. Oh my god, look at how many people she's killed. Look at how many people she killed. Those were all her people. Sweetheart, you better have a redemption arc. Come on, and where's Sif?
Change of heart.
Go back to whatever cave you crept out of.
Let's go see my palace.
Come on, you better have a redemption arc. I'm presuming Sif is still alive, but they were Sif and the Warriors 3. And now they're dead. I'm trying to process this because in the last movie we saw Yondu die and they give him quite a prolonged death scene and redemption arc. Like the whole movie was basically him just trying very hard to be a good dad.
You are home and there is no going back.
Oh, that's okay. Creepy.
But what is this place? The answer
I have no idea.
Sakaar.
Sakaar.
You are valuable. Here, you are loved. You will meet the Grand Master in 5 seconds. Prepare your
4 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 1 Mississippi, 0 Mississippi. You lied. They all look like Power Rangers to me. Oh my gosh, life will find a way. Look at you.
B is the, and it starts with a B.
Trash.
No.
That was rude
trash.
and uncalled for.
Were you waiting to just call her that? Brought me my beloved champion, you know.
You say that every time she's here.
What have you brought today? Tell me.
A contender.
What?
Is this a gladiator arena?
Can you take us closer? Thank you.
You couldn't. There's no automatic thing where you can just like pull a lever and move yourself. You have to have her push you. It doesn't seem very advanced for a grandmaster.
Not for sale.
Sweetie, take it off your neck as fast as possible.
Wow, I didn't hear any thunder, but out of your fingers, was that like sparkles?
Sparkles.
You're officially pardoned from life.
Oh my gosh, that's a slow death. That's a very slow death. If you have time to scream help me while you're slowly turning into an ooze that smells.
I haven't properly introduced myself. Come on, follow me.
I don't want to follow you. I don't want to go anywhere with you.
At that moment, I let go.
How? 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 What? How did you?
Yeah, weeks ago. Weeks ago? Yes. I just got here. Are you whispering that?
Time works real different around these parts.
I've never met this man in my life.
He's my brother.
Adopted.
Is he any kind of a fighter?
You take this thing out of my neck and I'll show you.
Hey, Sparkles.
Sparkles.
Any contender who defeats my champion, their freedom they shall win.
Fine, then point me in the direction of whoever's ass I have to kick.
I am nervous. I can't process this. This movie is insane.
How'd you end up in here?
Tried to start a revolution, but didn't print enough pamphlets. Hardly anyone turned up, except for my mum and her boyfriend, who I hate.
Has anyone here fought the Grand Master's champion?
What is this place?
Doug. Oh, no. Doug's dead.
Ha ha ha.
You're not going to face him, are you?
Yes, I am. Fight him, win, and get the hell out of this place.
This movie is so scary.
That's exactly what Doug used to say.
No.
See you later, new Doug.
Not Doug. No, he doesn't even bother learning his name. He's just new Doug. Lady Sif.
Does no one remember me?
Where are you?
Has no one been taught our history?
What if she just kills everyone?
Look at these lies. Goblets and garden parties.
Well, that looks delightful, to be honest. I'll take a garden party.
I was his weapon in the conquest that built Asgard's empire.
Wow.
One by one, the realms became ours.
Wow.
Asgard's warriors were honored, their bodies buried as heroes beneath this very palace.
Can she wake dead people up? Oh no, and that big thing, that skull of Surtur? That looked like the glove that,
That's not bad.
That's a Infinity Stone.
Eternal flame.
She's just passing all of it. That looked like what Thanos was wearing in one of those post-credit scenes. I feel like she could help Thor get out of this terrible place, but I don't think that's her goal. I also really hope that Loki and Thor work together. I'd like to see them on the same team because I loved them on the same team in the previous Thor movie.
You are reborn.
Oh my god.
I've missed you all.
Well, he's adorable, but I don't think that's what he's supposed to be.
Hurts, doesn't it? Being lied to. Being told you one thing and learning it's all a fiction.
I was not fooled this time.
Our sister destroyed your hammer like a piece of glass. She's stronger than you. You don't stand a chance. Do you understand what I'm saying here?
Mm-hmm.
Stripped Odin of his power, stranded him on Earth to die, releasing the goddess of death. Would you like me to go back further than the past 2 days?
I've placed a large wager against you tomorrow. Don't let me down.
Piss off, ghost!
Okay, this little rock guy is adorable. You better get him out of there, Thor. I want all of these people saved. I hate this place.
The hammer rode you on your back.
No. I used to spin it really fast and it pulled me off the...
Oh my God, the hammer pulled you off.
The ground.
Oh, the Michael Scott memes going on in my head right now.
Sounds like you had a pretty special and intimate relationship with this hammer, and that losing it was almost comparable to losing a loved one.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, scrap of 142. Gotta watch out for those Asgardians, man. They are about to perish.
What? I'm correct. Yes.
Fine, then you must be a traitor or a coward because the Valkyrie has sworn to protect the throne.
And no one escapes this place, so you're gonna die anyway.
Did she get trapped here and maybe had to learn how to survive?
My hands aren't as steady as they used to be.
You shall not cut my hair.
Stan Lee, you can't cut his hair. No, Stan Lee, no. Oh no, Stan Lee's a villain in this. Oh dear, this movie's just changing everything, isn't it? I don't know how to process this. This is too much. This is too much. I love this girl, by the way. I'm glad that she's an Asgardian. She's a Valkyrie. That's so cool. Loki must be having such a weird experience realizing that he is genuinely not as powerful as his sister. Because he's always wanted to rule and be the most powerful. Well, Stan Lee, you gave a beautiful haircut. I wonder why they had to cut his hair. Take this thing off. Can you do that? All these people just need some love and hugs and some tea. Anyway, I'm glad that they showed Thor being a badass fighter in the beginning because it really is going to highlight what I'm assuming is going to be his failure in here. I don't see how he's going to be able to win this. But maybe it's possible that there's some kind of a draw. I don't know. I don't know what this movie... I don't know where this is going. So I don't know if he spends the whole rest of the movie... No, he has to defeat his sister. So he has to be able to defeat this monster. Oh my god! 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 What is happening?
Get off this planet.
Yeah.
Hey,
oh.
where are you going?
Oh my god! What? Wait. What?
Hey!
I can't. I can't with this. I can't. He's a friend from work.
Loki's alive. Can you believe it? He's up there. Loki, look who it is.
Can you turn him back into Bruce? Like, what is happening? Is this where they've been during Civil War?
Hey, Banner. No Banner, only Hulk.
He doesn't like being called Banner when he's the Hulk. You should have known that. We could have told you, him and me. Okay, it's starting to make sense now why no one's able to defeat him. Like, you can't defeat him because you're just gonna get him angrier, which is gonna make him stronger.
We're friends.
Don't call him Banner. You have to sing him a lullaby, like Natasha. Although I don't know if you sing it, it will have the same effect.
What?
They've never seen that before? Oh, it's just gonna piss him off, though. He's gonna get stronger. He's gonna wake up. He's gonna come after you. We all know that.
The sun's getting real low.
Yes! Yes! I don't think it's gonna work. You're not as pretty as Natasha. No offense. No. Nope. Don't crush his hand. Don't crush his hand now. I liked this better when he did it to Loki in the Avengers. This movie is wild. I will definitely be watching it a second time because the first time I can't. I'm so overwhelmed.
I know you're in there, Banner. I'll get you out.
Well, I don't know if physically beating him back into his human self will do it. If you knock him out, would he automatically turn back into Banner? If he was unconscious? Oh. They're chanting for him. I don't want Banner to lose. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I was Odin's executioner.
Oh.
And you shall be my executioner.
But you are like the goddess of death, so why would you need an executioner?
Skirt, where's the sword?
Okay, who could have taken it? Heimdall? Lady Sif? Wow, this is Asgard then. I've never seen Asgard outside of the city.
Sorry about that. There's bloody things everywhere. Come on.
Wow, so he was still hiding on Asgard. I'm assuming, if he was able to get the sword. That looks like the tree that was in the first the Captain America movie when they were stealing the Tesseract. Oh, I just got chills. Oh, he's in a nicer place now. You gotta go back and get your rock friend.
How'd you arrive here?
Wingjet.
Yes.
Yes.
Naked. He's very naked.
So after he's naked, what does a naked Hulk look like? Oh my god.
In my brain now.
It's not in my brain. Oh, we're getting to see his butt. His butt. So he came here after Avengers Age of Ultron.
You're Banner's friend.
I'm not Banner's friend. I prefer you.
Banner's friend.
I don't even like Banner.
Go again.
I don't think I've ever seen the Hulk have so much to say. It almost seems like if Banner has been in this Hulk state for a long time, it's like he's almost like he's a child. I'm curious if he's here longer throughout the movie in this Hulk form, if he would be able to kind of grow emotionally and mentally. I thought the Hulk had no ability to communicate when he was in that state of rage.
Escape is Bifrost. You're talking about evacuating Asgard.
Where would you go?
She draws her power from Asgard and grows stronger every day. Come on.
How do you cut her off from the Asgardian power?
I don't even know where the hell I am.
We're in a planet surrounded by doorways. Go through one.
Which one?
The big ones.
You're in a planet surrounded by doorways. It never occurred to me that if he came in, he could probably leave just as easily. Wow. Oh, that's the Hulk. Did they show that? I noticed those things the first time, but I didn't understand the significance.
So sad.
Shut up.
Yeah, he's talking like a child. Like a big, violent child.
Earth does hate you.
He knows. Yeah, he's having a little tantrum. He's like a little kid, but all big and green and scary.
Look like raging fire. Do I like smoldering fire?
You're a baby fire and he's a big fire. They're friends?
Hela, the goddess of death, has invaded Asgard.
If Hela's back, then Asgard's already lost.
She knows Hela? How old is she?
When she tried to escape her banishment, he sent the Valkyrie in to fight her back. Look, I already faced her once back when I believed in the throne. And it cost me everything.
Yeah.
That's why I turned down the throne. But this isn't about the crown. This is...
How many knives does she have?
Stay!
Oh, you think of him as a friend now?
We can't track you in stealth mode, so I need you to help me out.
Oh, wow.
Oh, sun's going down. Thor. Yeah. What happened to your hair?
Oh, it's a creepy old man cut it off.
It looks good.
He's not creepy, he's amazing.
What are you saying?
Oh, well.
What? I've been a Hulk for 2 years?
I'm afraid so.
He was acting like a 2-year-old. The Hulk.
Who's that?
Well, he kind of runs the place. Quite a lot's happened. You and I had a fight recently.
Did I win?
No, I won, easily.
It's a Tony's clothes.
I know, go.
Is he here?
No, he's not here, but listen, just stay calm, okay? The sun's going down. The sun's getting really low.
Thor is trying his absolute best to be soothing. It's kind of cute.
I'm upset.
Gosh, the directing in this is phenomenal.
I thought the Valkyrie had all died gruesome deaths. I'm terribly sorry. Must be a very painful memory.
Oh, Loki. I do kind of like the fact that he's bringing this out of her, though. Hopefully it helps her be more on Thor's side, although I imagine she's going to be pretty pissed when she gets out of this memory. Oh. Gosh, they went up against each other. Is she going to be able to defeat the sister? I love the introduction of the Valkyrie. Oh my god, he does look like Tony.
Would you stop saying that?
Stop saying that.
That if I turn into the Hulk again, Banner may never come back, and we're stranded on a planet that is designed to stress me out.
We have to fight this really powerful being who also happens to be my sister.
I don't want to fight your sister. That's a family issue.
It's a family issue.
You don't care about me. You're not my friend.
No, I don't even like the Hulk.
Banner's powerful and useful too.
Is he though?
Okay, how many PhDs does Hulk have? 0. How many PhDs does Banner have? 7.
7? I would have said 3. Good for you, Banner. How old are you? Doesn't it take a long time to get 7 PhDs?
That I want to be on the team. Has it got a name?
Revenges.
Revenges?
Because I'm getting revenge.
I'm undecided.
I'm undecided. Lamby and I are on your side. Why do you... Okay, he keeps getting turned around.
Surprise.
We're going through the big one.
The devil's anus?
Anus? Wait. Who's anus?
For the record, I didn't know it was called that.
I ran out of favor with the Grand Master, and in exchange for codes and access to a ship, I'm asking for safe passage through the anus.
FYI, I was just talking to him just a couple of minutes ago, and he was totally ready to kill any of us.
Agreed.
I'm looking for Korg.
The revolution has begun.
Hello.
Hi.
Aw, I love it when they work together.
I'm probably better off staying here on Sakaar.
This place is perfect for you. It's savage, chaotic, lawless.
Do you truly think so little of me?
Loki, I thought the world of you.
Wow.
Just to get help.
What?
Get help.
No.
Come on, you love it.
I hate it.
It's great. It works every time.
It's humiliating.
Let's get help.
We are not doing get help.
Get help! My brother's dying! Get help! I know I've betrayed you many times before, but this time it's truly nothing personal.
I agree.
You'll always be the god of mischief, but you could be more.
You're just gonna let it stay on? That's terrible.
Take to the skies. Bring him down. Do not let him leave this planet.
They should have all come with you. That way you could just go straight through the The devil's booty. How is he not turning into the Hulk? That would elevate my heart rate so much.
Grandmaster uses it for his good times, orgies and stuff.
You say the Grandmaster uses it for orgies?
Yeah.
I bet you that has not been cleaned. Don't touch anything. I mean, you've been flopping all over the place, Bruce, so you've been touching a lot of things. Maybe wash your hands, get some Purell. She's intense.
Get inside!
In a minute? Oh, she's in no hurry to get to safety. Look at her. She's truly amazing. The Valkyrie. I'm really hoping that she becomes an Avenger. She seems more capable than so many of them.
That looks like a gun.
You have a birthday button? Is there a little romance happening? They did say that he broke up with Jane. Are we just never gonna see Natalie Portman again in these movies?
Stolen the Bifrost sword. Tell us where it is.
Wow.
There will be consequences.
That's not a lot of Asgardians. Oh. Don't worry, you're a dragon. He would never try and go after you. Wolves and sheep don't mix.
I never thought I'd be back here.
Thought it'd be a lot nicer.
Okay.
The people trapped down there are all that matters. You two to help get everyone off Asgard.
How the hell are we supposed to do that?
I have a man on the ground.
Where are they gonna go? That headpiece seems incredibly inconvenient to have on. It would get caught on stuff.
Go to the Bifrost!
Those people are moving so slowly. It's gonna take them forever to get to the Bifrost.
Believe me, I would love for someone else to rule, but it can't be you. You're just the worst. The wise king never seeks out war,
but must always be ready for it.
This is gonna be tough for Thor if he has to kill his sister, especially since all of his other family members have been dying. And he's assumingly not going to be seeing Loki again. Although they seem to have referenced that he will see Loki again. What are you gonna do? Just outrun the wolf? If that wolf is being kept alive by the eternal flame that death has bestowed upon it, can you actually kill it? Or would it just reanimate? You all have swords. I would hate to be at the front of that group. I would not want to have to be the first one to fight them. Gosh, she is a great villain.
Even a blind man could see it.
Ah! Ah! Did he just lose an eye? Ah. Bruce, are you gonna make a sacrifice? What the actual hell? Okay, that took you a little extra minute there, and I wasn't expecting it. So is he just never going to become Bruce Banner again? He said it like 4 times that if he becomes the Hulk, he'll never become Bruce Banner. But that doesn't necessarily mean he's correct. I mean, these characters, they all have the same flaws as we do. They don't know everything. He did lose an eye. He did lose an eye. He lost an eye.
Hey, man.
Hi.
I'm Korg. This is me. We're gonna jump on that spaceship and get out of here. Wanna come?
Hi, Korg. I can't believe Loki is here to save everyone. Is this spaceship big enough for everyone?
Your savior is here!
Oh, yeah, you got a pretty big spaceship. Oh. I love that there are all of these people that are not even Asgardians that are here protecting Asgard.
It's too strong. Without my hammer, I can't.
Are you Thor, the god of hammers? Asgard is where our people stand, even now. Right now, those people need your help.
Odin. He's such a comforting figure. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. And we get fireworks. Ah! Oh, this music is perfect. Sweetheart, where is your redemption arc? I was rooting for you. Yes. Oh, wow. I think that's the first time we've seen the Hulk experience that kind of vulnerability. I'm curious if that's because he's kind of merging with Banner's weaknesses.
You're late. You're missing an eye.
This isn't over.
Or if that's just always how vulnerable he's been.
The longer Hela's on Asgard, the more powerful she grows. We need to stop her here and now.
So what do we do?
How?
I'm not doing get help.
I don't think that would work here anyway. How do you kill death?
Asgard's not a place, it's a people.
You destroy Asgard, because then you take away her power, right?
Ragnarok. Surtur's crown, the vault. It's the only way.
After you.
I love this trio. Actually, it's a four of them because of Bruce. Sweetheart, you have no redemption arc. I was really rooting for your character. You do have a redemption arc. What are those called? Death and Troy?
For Asgard.
You're getting off. You're getting off. No. You're gonna get left behind.
With the eternal flame, you are reborn.
He's gonna be pretty pissed off since you cut off his face. I would want to destroy Asgard too after my face was horrifically sliced off.
You can't defeat me.
But he can.
Can't she just cut off his face the same way that Thor did?
Surtur destroys Asgard, he destroys Hela so that our people may live. But we need to let him finish the job, otherwise...
Don't smash! Big monster!
Let's go!
Boy!
He is so like a little kid. It was pretty easy for Thor to kill him though. So wouldn't she be able to do the same thing? If it's a prophecy, there must be some kind of magic on his side to successfully be able to destroy Asgard.
What have I done?
How is he not in like a world of pain?
Asgard is not a place. It's a people.
Wow, Thor has lost his mom, his dad. His relationship with his brother has deteriorated into something confusing. His girl, and his eye, his hammer, and now his home.
Thank you. If you were here, I might even give you a hug.
Give him a hug. It's hug time. We saw Gamora and Nebula hug. It's time for you. If you don't hug, ugh. I'll even show you how it's done. This movie has been wild.
The throne.
Wow, he's finally taking the throne. And Loki is standing next to him.
Meek, where are you from?
Oh, Mick's dead.
Oh.
Yeah, and I accidentally stomped on him on the bridge.
Why are you holding his dead body?
Oh, Mick, you're alive. He's alive, guys. What was your question again, bro?
Earth it is.
You're bringing all those people to Earth? Oh my gosh.
Do you really think it's a good idea to go back to Earth?
Yes, of course. The people of Earth love me. I'm very popular.
That's a really big ship. That's a huge ship. Oh. What? 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 Wait, that was simultaneously an amazing way to end this movie and a phenomenal way to end this movie. The fact that everything was like coming together in the end and then they just leave us on this massive cliffhanger. Wow. So what is going on with that new ship? That ship looked like it could hold a population of an entire planet, because we saw that the ship that Thor and Loki were on was huge. I mean, we saw it to scale compared to the ship that Thor and Banner had originally arrived on. And it was just massive. It was able to carry all of the people that were remaining from Asgard on it. So the fact that it was just a tiny speck in comparison to this new ship is mind-blowing. Are you food?
This revolution has been a huge success. Yay us. Pat on the back. Pat on the back. Too, because I've been a big part of it. Can't have a revolution without somebody to overthrow. So, you're welcome.
You have been a big part of it. Oh, that's funny. He seems a bit narcissistic as well. Thor will return in Avengers Infinity War. Okay, so that was Thor Ragnarok. Wow, that was an incredible movie. I had such a hard time fully processing and like reacting to everything because there were just so many twists and turns, and I felt like I was being bombarded with so much going on. I'm gonna have to see this movie again to fully take in all of the details of this movie. I mean, my goodness. First of all, the storyline was phenomenal. I thought the script was great. Everything in this story was so beautifully executed, from the visuals to the costumes to the makeup and the styling. It was all just such an immersive experience, especially since we were seeing a lot of other beings that were not from Earth, so they don't have any of the Earth cultures to pull from. And then it wasn't just Asgard. I mean, they were really showing creatures from so many different places. I think this is probably a movie that expanded the Marvel universe in terms of the new creatures we were seeing, probably just as much as the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, which I've always thought were huge expansions from the traditional Phase 1 and Phase 2 Marvel storylines, which were pretty much Earth-centric. I was expecting this to take place on Earth, considering the Doctor Strange post-credit scene where you had Thor and Doctor Strange talking about being on Earth and needing to find Odin. I was under the impression that this entire movie would be about finding Odin, and then no, they found him very quickly. I love the fact that the post-credit scene was taken directly from the movie, and so we really got to see all of the events leading up to it and then everything after it. I loved seeing Doctor Strange's interaction with Thor and Loki. I was really curious when I saw the Doctor Strange movie as to how his powers would interact with other members of the Avengers and other people in this world that we've grown to know so well. Hopefully we start seeing them all interacting, because we've never really seen all of these powerful people take on one villain together. We have seen them interact a lot. We've seen certain Avengers come together to fight villains, and it always makes me question what would happen if that person over there wasn't left out of the storyline. For example, in Civil War, Thor and the Hulk weren't in it. And I think we all know that if the Hulk had been on someone's side, he probably wouldn't have been easily defeated. Thor is obviously very powerful as well. So it seems like they took out two of the most powerful Avengers out of Civil War to make it a little bit less deadly and to make it a little bit more of a fair fight. It'll be really exciting to see what happens when they all come together. And in this movie, Oh my gosh. I just can't believe that Thor's hammer was destroyed. Thor and Loki have been really going through it. I tend to focus a lot more on Thor's pain because Loki has always been a bit of a mischievous villain. He started off a total villain, but he then started reminding me a bit more of an anti-hero as his character has evolved and changed through the MCU. He does have so many redeemable qualities that make me want to root for him, even though I don't necessarily want him to become ruler of everyone, because that would be terrible. I still want him to have a peaceful life. I still want him to have joy. I want him to have family. Even though he pretends like he doesn't need family, it does seem like he really wants human connection. Especially when Thor was telling him in the elevator that he never needed to see him again, Loki looked genuinely hurt, and Thor seemed completely oblivious to that. I can't blame Thor. If I was Thor, I'd probably want to cut Loki out of my life too, because he keeps trying to betray him every step of the way. And to hear that story about when Thor was 8 years old and Loki stabbed him, my gosh, it seems like they've been rivals their entire lives. And that would just be a really taxing relationship, especially from somebody that you want to be on your side and to have your back. I do like when they come together. It's one of my favorite things, seeing them work together as brothers. But I also like the fact that Loki is still a bit mischievous. I just don't like his mischief to come at the expense of other people's downfall. At this point, if there was just a way for him to be mischievous while at the same time being a bit of a hero, that would be phenomenal. But I don't know if we're ever going to see him achieve that. Although at the end of this movie, it did seem like they were working together a lot more. I was so glad that Loki wasn't left in that state of electrocution permanently, and that he was able to come in and be the savior to all of Asgardian people. Like, that was so brilliant when he came in and was like, your savior is here. I loved it. It was so on point with his character. The Valkyrie, was she number 142? I'm not really sure where she got that name. Is that what her name was, 142? Anyway, the Valkyrie was amazing. I loved that twist in here. When she first came on the screen, I had a feeling that she was going to become a main character. She just totally had that vibe. I love this actress. She did so well as this Valkyrie badass character. And I love how much Thor and Loki seem to respect her. I mean, she's this really intense warrior. I didn't really know much about the Valkyrie before Thor was explaining it, so it was really nice to get that little recap. And then to see her memories, when Loki brought up her memories, not only did that serve as a beautiful way for Loki to try and gain the upper hand on her, but it was also such a wonderful opportunity for us as an audience to see what actually caused her to give up on everything, and to see Thor's sister, the goddess of death, in her most powerful state. The shots where she was fighting Hela looked almost like paintings. They were so beautiful. That scene was stunning. And it was also very sad knowing that she was capable of murdering all those incredibly powerful people, because obviously just seeing what 142 could do, she seemed almost as powerful as Thor without the sparkles. She didn't have the sparkles, but she had a lot of the other strength, and that was really cool to see, because we haven't really gotten to see a lot of the Asgardians shine. We've seen the Warriors 3, who are now dead. Where is Sif? It was Sif in the Warriors 3. I just can't believe that Thor has lost all of his friends. I completely forgot about that. Not only has he lost his mom, his dad, his home, his girl, Jane, his eye, his hammer, which to me kind of represented the same thing that Tony Stark's Iron Man suit did. We've never seen Thor exist without his hammer in a permanent way. We saw him in the first movie have to live without his hammer and become worthy of it, but the whole concept of that movie was he was trying to become worthy of the hammer because it still existed. He's never fully had to live without the prospect of ever having the hammer, and I imagine that's just as terrifying as it was for Tony Stark in Iron Man 3 to have to coexist without his suit and still go up against, you know, his own villains and have to defeat them. So I thought Thor did beautifully trying to overcome what was so many various deaths in his life. The death of his relationship with his hammer, the death of his relationship with his brother. I think that Thor and Loki have a very different relationship now that Thor understands the full extent of Loki's mischievousness, the fact that he would fake his own death, the fact that he would, hide Odin in a seniors community to just die on Earth under some kind of magical spell that prevents him from having free will of his ability to think cognitively and just shove him in a powerless state. The fact that he would do that to his own father, I mean, it seems like his relationship with his father is incredibly precarious. And I'm sure the fact that Odin had placed him in a prison cell for the rest of his eternity helped to fuel some of that. But gosh, they've just been through it. And I really love how beautifully Tom Hiddleston portrays Loki's pain, because it makes him so layered as an anti-hero. I think that's what we have to call Loki now, an anti-hero. Yes, he's a villain, but he still also does really wonderful things. And so I'm very much so looking forward to seeing what happens with his character, and also what happened with that post-credit scene. They're about to meet whoever is on that giant ship, and I am so excited to figure out who it's going to be. And Bruce Banner. Oh my gosh, Bruce Banner. What to say about him? Okay, I, under no circumstance, would have ever in my wildest dreams thought that Bruce Banner was going to be the champion that Thor had to fight against in this weird alien gladiator arena. That was probably the most surprising thing, other than in The Winter Soldier, when it turns out Hydra had completely infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D. This was probably the next most mind-blowing thing I've seen. I thought Banner was on Earth on an island somewhere in the Bahamas. I think so did Natalie. Well, that was her fake name, Natasha. It seems like everybody on Earth kind of assumed Banner was still on Earth. So after he was in the plane and he decided to turn off the GPS tracking, he then left Earth and went to this new place that I think of as like just the universe's dumpster pile. It was such a weird place that you get to through the devil's booty. Like, my goodness, this was this was conceptually pretty cool. So Banner is there. He's the Hulk full time, which is mind-blowing. I interpreted the Hulk's ability to be the Hulk while at the same time verbally communicating with Thor and having conversations, having these little tantrums. I interpreted that as the Hulk being in a childlike state. Now, I could be totally wrong with my interpretation, but this is where I'm coming from. Banner has had time to grow up into a fully developed person, and then he takes this super soldier serum that he didn't realize he was taking. It brings out this inner child in him of the Hulk, which is just all this unprocessed rage. He doesn't stay the Hulk for very long, though. He always tries to get back to Banner as much as humanly possible for very obvious reasons. But now that he was the Hulk for 2 years, I'm curious if part of that unprocessed rage was able to be processed a little. And you have this inner child that's like the Hulk and trying to destroy everything and trying to, in a way, keep himself safe from all of the dangers of the world that caused him to turn into the Hulk in the first place. I'm curious if the Hulk was starting to grow up as a person the same way that Banner had the opportunity to conscientiously grow up as a person. And it kind of seems like they've been evolving the Hulk's character for a while. I mean, we saw in Avengers Age of Ultron that Natasha was able to communicate with him a little bit and kind of calm him down. It seemed like the Hulk had a pretty decent relationship with her. But in this movie, we saw the Hulk have a lot of relationships with people. He did seem to remember Thor, but he didn't consider Thor to be a friend. Therefore, he didn't have a problem smashing him. He had a good relationship with the Valkyrie lady. And he seemed to understand that he was a gladiator. I mean, they had him in a room that he had a bunch of stuff in it, so he clearly wasn't going around smashing his room. He seemed to be able to coexist with other people pretty well, while at the same time murdering people in the gladiator arena, which is obviously completely undesirable. But interestingly, Bruce didn't have any memory of it. Banner said that he always had one hand on the steering wheel when it came to the Hulk. And maybe now that the Hulk was able to be fully in charge of everything, maybe he's going to be able to coexist with Banner a little more. I think of the Hulk as like a separate persona from Banner. I don't think of them as the same. It's like a little bit of a Jekyll and Hyde situation. But we saw Banner starting to turn into the Hulk. And it kind of seemed like the Hulk wanted to come through Banner, regardless of whether or not Banner wanted to elevate his heart rate and kind of go into that Hulk-like state. So that's a really interesting thing. I'm very curious to see how this will progress. Bruce has said, he said multiple times in this movie that if he turned into the Hulk one more time, he would never turn back. Obviously, we know that characters in these movies are flawed. They don't always know themselves. They don't always know the full totality of the world. So it's very possible that the writers of the MCU were giving us a little insight as to what we were going to see in the future, meaning it could just be the Hulk from now on and no more Banner, or he could have been wrong and not fully understood his relationship with the Hulk. I don't know. This should be very, very, very interesting to see. And that's probably the thing that I'm most looking forward to seeing, what's going on with Bruce's character. Oh gosh, I hope we don't see Bruce disappear. That would be terrible to have this angry green rage monster just constantly trying to take you over and kind of bury you beneath it. So I do hope that Bruce is able to come back. I hope he was wrong and that he's not going to be the Hulk forever. And Cate Blanchett was such an amazing villain. The concepts that she was bringing up about Odin being a destroyer and then growing a conscience, very similar to Tony Stark in a way, being somebody who started off selling weapons and then becoming a good person. We're seeing a lot of evolutions of people's characters throughout this. And it kind of seems like the difference between the heroes and the villains are the heroes are people who grow out of their worst traits, and the villains are people who grow into them. Hela, who seemed hella scary. Like I've been waiting to say that this whole time. I know it wasn't a good joke, but the moment I heard her name, I was like, I'm gonna use that in a sentence. They can't all be winners, but you know what? That's okay. The same way that I love the chemistry between the Falcon, Steve, Bucky, and Natasha, I love the chemistry between Bruce, Thor, Loki, and the Valkyrie. These are two phenomenal groups. I feel like we have all these little teams that are forming with the Guardians of the Galaxy, the Avengers on Earth, now the Asgardians with all of these new people. If this movie was any kind of indication as to the absolute roller coaster ride of emotions that we're going to go on in future movies, then I cannot wait. I think the next movie is going to be Black Panther, but I can't be too sure. I'm going to have to look it up. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification. I come out with Marvel reactions every other week. And like this video if you enjoy this content. It really supports my channel and I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for being here, and Lammy and I will see you next Friday. Bye!